call the meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation following. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear God, please bless our elected officials, grant them the wisdom to know and the courage to do what is right for all citizens. Amen.
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 Welcome tonight, Colleen, your first council meeting with us.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Allen,
Here.
Green,
Here.
LaFour,
Here.
Mistrovich, Rindell, Ricks,
Here.
Warren.
Motion to excuse Rindell, Warren, and Mr. Avich due to the storm that just passed through Richmond here.
So moved. Support.
It's been made and supported. Any discussion? Hopefully we get power back soon. Well, I assume we're on generator here.
We are on generator here, correct.
Thank you. Okay. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Move on to approval of minutes of the city council meeting of July 2nd. Is there a motion?
Move.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion on those minutes? Being not, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion passes. Any audience comments on any non-agenda items? We would ask that you would come up to the podium, state your name and address for the record.
I'm Morty Prees, 68215 Howard Street, Richmond. And it's not on your agenda here, but I understand it was going to be in a quarterly roundtable meeting after the regular meeting. It was concerning the Moose building a fence across Lane Street. I'm opposed to it, and I think not only that, they haven't been very good neighbors in the back. They've added stuff to the building. I don't believe they have permits for it. I don't know if John Morris checked on that or not, if they had permits for that or not. So, and there's junk piled up back there. So if they're asking for favors, I think they should be straightened out before they do anything.
But you're right, it is on our quarterly workshop agenda. So
Okay.
we will be talking about it there.
I will be there.
All right.
If it takes till midnight, we'll be here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anything? Okay. All right, we move on. Adoption of agenda. Mr. City Manager, any changes?
No changes.
Council, any changes?
No.
Motion to accept the agenda as presented would be in order.
So moved.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion? If not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Is there a motion for the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. There's no discussion. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We move on to items for consideration, which we have 7 this evening. The first one is consideration of the consideration of the second reading and adoption of ordinance number 156-23, amendment to the land use table to make B1 and B2 compatible. Mr. City Manager, comparable. Compatible also.
Either word probably works. Council is scheduled to give second reading and adopt ordinance 156-23, which will make the zoning uses in the B1 local business compatible with the B2 downtown business. The Planning Commission has looked at this over the last couple of months with the revisions to the community master plan, and at last meeting, council gave introduction and first reading to this. Essentially, there's some kind of the core businesses there along Division Road that were kind of downgraded when we did the update last time to the zoning ordinance, and we're kind of making that correction now.
Okay. Has there been any contact?
No contact.
We've received no comments.
Okay, all right. Is motion would be in order?
Make a motion to give second reading and adopt ordinance 156-23, which amends the land use table to make the B1 local business and B2 downtown business zoning districts comparable.
Support.
Motion's been made and supported. Is there any discussion on this? We had quite a bit the first reading.
There's been a lot of discussion on it.
Any audience comments on this item? Okay, back to the table. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion does pass. Item number 2 is consideration of bid award, wastewater treatment plant administration building roof replacement. Mr. City Manager.
The fiscal year 2018-19 budget included funds to replace the roof at the wastewater treatment plant. The Public Service Director, Jim Getzinger, placed the bids on Mitten and in the paper. We received several bids, and we're making a recommendation to go with Sheena Roofing in the amount of $26,225. That does include a 25-year maintenance warranty. And we have done work with Sheena in the past, and Jim is here if you have any questions.
Okay. One, to clear up the motion here, do we want the amount in the motion? We normally,
Certainly, probably right at the end of the motion, just put in the amount of $26,225.
okay,
Correct? Is that correct, Jim?
26,225?
225.
Yes.
225, yep.
Okay. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to authorize award of the wastewater treatment administration building roof replacement project to Sheena Roofing with the expenses charged to the appropriate line item, sanitary fund, in the amount of $26,225.
Support.
It's been made and supported. Is there any discussion on this item? Any audience comments? Back to the table. Anything you want to add?
Nope, just the roof's been leaking, and we can't figure it out, and it's time, so we're.
Yeah. Very good. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion does pass. Item number 3, consideration of bid award, City Hall metal roof restoration. Mr. City Manager?
Again, this year's budget included money to restore the metal roof here at City Hall. Years ago, we did replace the flat rubber roof in the back, but did not address the blue metal roof that covers kind of the City Hall portion of the building. Our Public Service Director, Jim Getzinger, has evaluated different ways of addressing that, from replacing the whole roof to having companies come in and rehab the roof and then repaint it. And his recommendation is to do just that. They're stating that they can rehab it and then repaint it, and we'll get a very good useful life out of it. So we did bid this out. Jim met with several contractors while the bids were out on the street, and our recommendation is to go with C&I Building Maintenance in the amount of $38,550, and that comes with a 20-year maintenance warranty.
Okay. I would, again,
Yeah.
suggest that that be put into the motion. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to authorize the award of the City Hall roof restoration project to C&I Building Maintenance with the expenses charged to the appropriate line item, general sanitary, sewer, water, TIFA funds in the amount of $38,550.
Support.
It's been made and supported. Any discussion on this item?
I just have a question, why there was such a drastic difference between the quotes?
I guess we don't really have a good answer for that. This contractor is, I met with him during the bid process, 100% confident they were lower than we thought they would be, so whether they made a mistake or underbid it, they certainly have not implied that. They're moving forward, have given us paint samples and everything, and they're a qualified contractor, so
Okay, great.
we benefit from it.
You know, and sometimes we will get those bids, they really don't want the job, but if you're foolish enough to pay them that amount of money, they'll take the job.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's $50,000 difference between the lowest and the highest
Right,
bid.
that's what I was.
And sometimes some of those companies, you'll give them the job for that amount, they'll turn around and hire somebody else
Yeah,
to do it. So
yeah,
they're just throwing it out there, and
Yeah.
sometimes they
Okay.
get lucky.
Yeah, we said in projects. But yeah, we had, what, 55,000 set aside?
Yes.
For that.
Yes.
So that
Yeah.
was our estimates from
Yep.
pre-bidding, so.
Well, that's great. Any audience comments?
On the metal roof replacement, was there any warranty or anything on the roof that was built?
It had expired.
Yeah.
It was a, and I wasn't here when this happened, but it's a 20-year prorated, so, and it was installed in 1994, and unfortunately, by the time I had pursued that was the 20-year mark, and they weren't as receptive as I'd hoped they would be to help resolve the issue.
As we have found in most everything in this building.
Correct.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Item number 4 is consideration of bid award 2018 crack ceiling. Mr. City Manager.
Council is scheduled to consider awarding the 2018 overband crack filling contract. The project was advertised in Mitten and also in The Voice. We received several bids, and our recommendation is to award to Wolverine seal coating.
Is there a motion?
I make a motion to award the 2018 overband crack filling contract 2018-SR-2 in the amount of $31,707.40 to Wolverine Crack Sealing with the expenses charged to the appropriate line items.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion?
Just one thing, I was surprised that the school lots are our responsibility.
No.
They're not. We had, in discussions with the school, we had added those as add alternates, and I still haven't actually heard from the school to see if we help perform that work, they will reimburse the city, the 100% of the cost.
Okay.
It's just a way to try and do cost sharing, if you will, to save them some money by lumping their work into a city contract. So I do the management of it if they pursue it, and then we invoice them and they reimburse us.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else? Any audience comments? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Item number 5 is consideration of bid award 2018 asphalt repairs. Mr. City Manager?
Council is scheduled to consider awarding the 2018 asphalt repair contract to Peak Contracting. They were the contractor that did the work last year. This is the only bid we received. One downfall of the good economy is that there's a lot of road work out there, and so it's getting more and more difficult to get kind of people to come in and do our patching contract, and administration continues each year to try and find ways to kind of get more bidders on that. Jim did evaluate the cost per ton items and things like that, and we are confident in their ability to do the work and the price we got.
Very good. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to award the 2018 asphalt repairs contract, 2018 SR-3 in the amount of $73,125 to Peak Contracting with expenses charged to appropriate line items in general, major street, local street, water, and parks and recreation funds.
Support.
What's been made and supported? Any discussion on this item? Any audience comments? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Item number 6 is consideration of well 3 cleaning. Mr. City Manager.
In 2016, the city began semi-annual flow testing of every well. This helps us gauge where we may or may not have problems. And then this year we had Northern Pump and Well on site in July to pull the pump and televise the well casing at well number 3. As a result of that, we're asking that Northern Pump and Well permission for them to clean well number 3 and screen in the amount of $24,119.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
I make a motion to waive purchasing ordinance requirements on the basis of a benefit not otherwise obtainable if competitive bidding procedures were followed, and to authorize Northern Pump and Well to clean and repair well number 3 for the amount not to exceed $24,119 with the expenses charged to the appropriate line item within the water fund.
What's been made and supported? Any discussion on this item?
And I kind of messed that up during my speech. The pump was found to be in need of being rebuilt as part of this work.
Okay. It's under bid. Cleaning up a lot of things all for the DPW tonight. Huh?
He's like,
Any comments,
Yeah.
gentlemen? Back to the table. Roll call, please.
Allen,
Yes.
Go on, sir.
Green,
yes.
LaFour,
Yes.
Ricks.
Yes. Motion does pass. Okay, item number 7, consideration of appointment to the Tax Increment Finance Authority. Mr. City Manager?
There were 3 vacancies. Council appointed 2 of the positions last month, or last meeting, and Nick Yelenich, who currently sits on the board, dropped his off in between the 2 meetings, so it's on your agenda for consideration.
Thank you. I would ask that you would reappoint Nick Yelenich to the 4-year term. Is there a motion?
I make a motion to confirm the mayor's reappointment of Nicholas Yelenich to the Tax Increment Finance Authority for a 4-year term with the expiration date of June 30th, 2022.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion?
Nick does a great job on the board, and he's involved, and he's there all the time.
Yeah. Good young man. Good for the city to have people like that on our boards. Any other discussion?
Concur?
Any audience comments? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We move on to city manager's comments, sir.
I'd just like to thank the council members that were able to make it tonight. I know we have a storm, and some of you probably are here at the detriment of your flooding basements, so thank you for coming
And
on.
my marriage.
So, that's it.
Thank you. Dennis?
No, I'm good. We'll close it quick.
Emily?
Nothing tonight, thank
Amy?
you.
I'm good, sir.
I'm good too. I'm going to go very quickly over the July calendar here, tonight being the 16th of July. EDC meeting on the 19th at 7 o'clock right here. City Hall, the summer concert series will be at 7 o'clock at BB Park on the 19th also. Tifa will be meeting on the
Yes.
25th at 7 o'clock. We told you last time that the community pool will have a night swim in celebration of the 50th anniversary. That is going to be on Friday, the 27th from 7:30 to 10 o'clock. That is on the 27th at the pool on BB Street. Our big community garage sale and let's see, the Historical Society will be having a stroll through their buildings and their gardens. We have the relic sale going on in the municipal parking lot. We have the ride.
Ride Richmond that
Ride
day.
Richmond
Yeah.
ride.
Lots of events.
We have a lot of things going on, all on the 28th, Saturday the 28th. So come on downtown and see everything that's going on there. It's going to be very busy. Our next council meeting is scheduled for August 6th, again, held at 6 o'clock in the evening, right here at City Hall. Is there anything else that we need to add to the calendar?
No?
Being not, is there any other business of the city council this evening?
I don't know if we want to talk about the roundtable, if we want to try and postpone that.
That's up however you want to do it.
See, we're missing 3 members, unless
Yeah.
you,
I think it probably would be
Well,
a
and
good idea to.
You need to go
postpone.
home, correct?
I probably should.
Yes,
Yeah. So
so-
it leaves you without a quorum.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it being to the next meeting.
I am as well.
Okay. If there's consensus, then we don't even need a motion.
Yeah.
Really.
I'll-
We'll just not,
Notice it as an August 6th
Yeah.
meeting, and I'll
Okay.
put up, yep.
okay. Sorry, Maurice, but I got to get home.
I understand.
Thank
But we will definitely let you know, since you've made it known to us that you want to speak at that time, at that quarterly. We'll let you know when, for sure, when it's going to be rescheduled. Okay? Motion to adjourn be in order.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion passes. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.